Hey there, guys. This is Flamesaron, aka YouTube's Tasuke. You remember that Dragon Ball Project Z action RPG game that got announced a while ago? Well, at E3, we got to see another trailer for it with more gameplay as well as some actual gameplay footage of it. IGN did an interview to kind of talk about things, and we got the official title now. So it's instead of Project Z, it's called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. That's the actual official title of the game. And this video is just basically going to be talking about all the shit we got from E3. Um, for one thing, we have a release date early 2020, so I'm guessing like maybe, I don't know, maybe January or February or April, maybe even March. I feel like Elden Ring is going to come out in March though. Um, and I know VodiVidia thinks the same thing, but we're not talking about Elden Ring. We're talking about the Dragon Ball Z Kakarots is what we're talking about. It's coming out for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. I don't think it's coming out for Switch. I thought it was going to come out for Switch, but I might have been wrong. But we got to see a cool trailer, and we got to see some gameplay. At first glance, the gameplay of the actual combat honestly kind of looks like it's like Raging Blast or something, and that's a slight turnoff. Obviously, it was going to be pretty similar anyway, given how Dragon Ball is. But and looking at like actual like recorded gameplay shown at E3, it actually looks like it's going to be a bit more fun to play. I feel like it's one of those games where you kind of have to like really get your hands on and play yourself. So it's kind of hard to say. But they showed Goku flying around in like the canyon area, and he talks to his buddy Ader from Dragon Ball. So they already confirmed that there's going to be some classic Dragon Ball characters showing up. And I mean, I don't mean just specifically Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. I mean just in general, like all of it's going to show up. They did say that it was going to go through Z pretty much, or it's going to show mostly Z. So far, all we've seen is from what I believe, was just up through Frieza. I don't remember seeing anything else. So at least it's going to go through Frieza, which I hope it doesn't just stop at Frieza, though, because I feel like that's such a low-hanging fruit with the series. It seems like with all the new first games, it always starts, or it always stops, like, at either Frieza or Cell. And if it's going to be... what I want is, like, really, truthfully, an entire... goes through all of Z. I mean, it'd be nice if it went through Super as well. Since Battle of Gods wasn't a Super movie technically, same with Resurrection F actually, so they could, in theory, go through those two arcs if they really wanted to. It's the Tournament of Destroyers or the Universe 6 tournament, or like in Goku Black and the Tournament of Power, and the canon Broly that they probably can't do, and they're obviously not going to do Dragon Ball or GT. This is supposed to be just like basic Z, and this game's whole thing is that you're going to get to have a real super immersive experience being Goku. You get to fish as Goku, you get to beat up robots and other bad guys as Goku, you probably get to eat as Goku. The fishing thing is actually kind of interesting. Like, he pulls out like a tail and like attaches it to his behind, and he's just doing a little shimmy shimmy. And it's kind of funny because like Goku, like, obviously it's early Dragon Ball Z Goku, but like, it's sort of modeled after the modern like Goku, so he looks like he's a bit older anyway. So it's like looking at like this 30 to 40-year-old man fucking shimmering with a monkey tail on his butt to get a fish. You can do all your cool moves like the Kamehameha. You can even fly on the Flying Nimbus, and you're even going to have like a team member on you, or teams with you. Like they showed Piccolo flying around, because the gameplay that they showed on IGN was sort of like at the part where Goku and Piccolo are flying off to fight Raditz to get Gohan back. So lots of flying, and you can fly on the Nimbus, and he gets off the Nimbus for a little bit too. And it looks like there's like little coins you can get. I don't know what it's worth. Probably to like, maybe that's like equipment points or like level up points or something. And I think both Goku and Piccolo are at level 5 or something, and they'll have like conversations as well, like as they're flying around. Like I saw one where Goku was like, "Hey Piccolo, what were you doing up until now?" So you can like have conversations with them, and I guess like you'll get little fun tidbits out of that. The game will be dubbed as well. They even showed the trailer was also dubbed, and in the gameplay footage you could hear some of the English voices. And the footage they uploaded onto their actual channel it's silent, and I think probably honestly they just probably took it from IGN. I don't know why they didn't just take their own build, but I don't know. Um, but yeah, there'll be fun dialogue, and they show this one quest where Ader was all like, "There's some robots going rogue. Can you beat them up for me, Goku?" And he's like, "Sure, dog." And so he goes to fight the robots, and you can use the scouter to like find shit. It's like your map to like find your objective and whatnot. And as you're flying around, you'll see like bubbles, like speech bubbles of people saying stuff, and that's supposed to get your attention to things close by. It looks pretty open, though they did say that the game is not really open world. It's more like sections, and they show this off when you can see this in like screenshots online on like Gematsu and Silicon Era and whatnot, where they show a map menu, and it's more like these you have these big open areas to play in. So I guess it's kind of like Legacy of Goku in that regard, to where like you have these levels, but like it's not like choose your own adventure, or it is kind of choose your own adventure, but it's not like this open world thing. Though it seems like it's going to be much bigger than anything Legacy of Goku ever did. So, and I mean specifically Legacy of Goku 2 and 3 Boost Fury, because obviously Legacy of Goku 1 just was sort of like a, one thing after another kind of thing. But yeah, so it's going to be pretty big, but it's not open world, and you can kind of, combat seems to flow pretty well. I think it's one of those things where I need to kind of play it. We don't know about costumes, or like they show like a menu screen. I didn't really take a big look at it, but you can eat stuff to like power up your energy and like heal people and stuff. So, and Piccolo's going to be on your team. I don't know if you can switch to him. They did say that they did allude to, they said they couldn't really comment on it in the IGN video, but they did allude that you will be playing as other characters. Seemingly, because obviously there are sections of Dragon Ball Z where Goku's not around, namely a good chunk of the Android arc, for one thing, the beginning of the Majin Buu arc, and the middle of it. After Raditz, there's a section, and then you get Goku back, and then when you go to Namek, there's like a bit of a section where you don't have Goku. So that's probably my big thing, because even though this game is called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and you're probably meant to play as Goku for like the majority of the time and focus on him, I do want to play as these other characters. I want to play as Piccolo and Vegeta and Trunks and Tien and Yamcha, Gohan, Krillin, and these other characters. That's my main hope. I don't want to just play as Goku. I want to play as some other peeps. So hopefully that's actually going to be the case, and even if it's like in story mode to where like you only get to play for them a little bit, it'd be nice if there's like, after you beat the game, there's like a free mode where you can pair up your team with whoever you want. It'd be kind of funny if like each of the different characters had like different fishing things, but they all have to use the tail. Like Piccolo's like, "Oh, this is so embarrassing." And Vegeta's like, "Oh, Saiyan pride. Oh, I would gladly wiggle my tail." And Trunks is like, "Do I really have to do this, Dad?" And then Beerus is all like, "Well, I guess I'll just use my tail then." But I'm excited. I want to see a little more too. I'm kind of hoping we get like a demo or something, because this seems really up my alley, and I've been hungry for like a good action RPG that tells the entire story of Dragon Ball with all the different characters. It doesn't need to be like anything like Tales or anything like that. Like, it can be just a regular ARPG. I know after talking about Tales of Arise, y'all might think that I don't like ARPGs. That is not the case. I actually like ARPGs. It's just that Tales is unique. This is Dragon Ball. So Dragon Ball can be ARPG if it wants to. It'll be interesting to see kind of how things work. And I imagine that the different characters will have different costumes. I imagine most of Goku's will be just like, oh, his gi's ripped. Which, I kind of hope I don't know. They never did show sort of like that that final thing with the castle and whatnot. So I'm almost wondering if there's going to be like an original story to it too. Which that's okay as well. The graphics changed a little bit from the first trailer. I actually think it looks a lot better. Goku's hair seems to be a little too kind of almost like drapey. You know what I mean? Like, I hope they kind of like bring his hair up a teensy bit. But it looks good. It looks really fun. This is I'm pumped about this game. This is definitely my top game of E3, even with the whole banjo thing from Smash, which that blew my fucking mind. um, but this is the game I've got my fucking eye on. You know, it's like this has the potential to be probably my favorite Dragon Ball Z game of all time, which would then probably make it my favorite game of all time, and that would be really cool to see. But hopefully, they get everything right. Like, if you only get to play as the other characters for a little bit, maybe like a mission mode or a free mode where like you can play as the other characters and do a bunch of missions and assemble your team how you want. Um, uh, it'd be nice if it goes into Super, though they said it was just going to go through Z. And heck, you can see on the logo, that's Dragon Ball Z. There's no like, it's not like Dragon Ball Kakarot or anything like that. It's just Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Though if they do the movies, that'd be cool. Like if you get to fight Cooler and all, that actually would be really, and that'd be a good way to pad the game too. Actually thinking about it, if they want to kind of throw in some extra stuff before like the main chunk, but it would be side quests obviously, but or at least for the most part it would be. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be kind of fun to play, and it'll be kind of fun to re-experience the story of Dragon Ball Z again. This is definitely one of those instances where I can't wait to fight Raditz again. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be nice to kind of fly around and shit. So hopefully we'll get to play some of it soon. I know it won't be too long until we get to 2020. So it's funny how a bunch of stuff's getting announced at like 2020 or for 2020. Like I think the Final Fantasy VII remake, the first part of it at least, is supposed to come out March 2020. So that's gonna be interesting to see kind of where some of these other games sort of come in. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. Like I said, hopefully the combat will be good, and hopefully we'll get to play as other characters other than Goku, and there's a lot of fun content for us both during the main story and also post game, because I really like post game content. So a lot of side quests and one. I'm interested to see kind of what that weird castle, almost Dragon Questy like area was. It'll be interesting to kind of see what that's all about. But I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. I'm like Goku. I'm getting all excited. So yeah, looking pretty dope, dog. Okay, guys, this is Flamzeron, aka YouTube Sasuke, signing out. See you later.